Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game. This is a game between Fly and Infi. This was taken from DreamHack Warcraft 3 Open 2020 winter season out of Asia. Yes, this game is a bit a couple weeks old, but then again, was not casting the over the weekend or much over the holiday break, and I just noticed that, Infi's overlay is not properly working. Hmm. Anyways, all right, I'll have to be clicking back here from time to time to see what the gold count, the lumber count, and the supply is for Infi as he spawns as the yellow undead. For those of you guys wondering, yes, he did choose undead. He did not random into an undead this time around. Meanwhile, on the opposite end of the map, and it is quite the map. Twisted Meadows, very, very wide open map, a lot of space and positioning. And one of the actual maps that actually, I believe, makes use of high ground and low ground. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a low ground here. Your starting location is a little bit easier to defend, wide open locations as things are getting underway here. Fly opening up with Farseer, Voodoo Lounge not going into a barracks, and what we should be seeing a tech to tier 2, a rush tech into tier 2, allowing perhaps for, a bestiary into Wind Riders. That does seem to be a very strong opening against undead players. However, Infi actually opting to open with an old school Death Knight, not going for the Crypt Lord, but what the Farseer is there is just to try and keep the undead honest. If you try to go for a Blade Master and you're going up against a Crypt Lord, it ends up that you just fall behind very, very quickly. The amount of just units out onto the field, how wide it is, becomes a problem as the Farseer now with Scroll of Speed and Healing Salve. Spirit Wolves being left behind to go after that Acolyte. Acolyte taking a little bit of damage there per attack. Only 1 point of armor, and you take bonus damage. Oh, a pig getting in the way. A pig getting in the way of an acolyte, as the Spirit Wolves should be able to finish it off. All right. Technically, acolytes are not undead. I thought they were living units serving the undead, but I guess it would be very sad if the Death Coil could not help them. All right, Farseer coming, making their rounds, going after those units. Spirit Wolves are, going straight after those Acolytes already. Is the Farseer going to be able to position himself in the back? No, he's not going to be able to do that. Death Knight is on Blight here, and the Acolytes, are going to be able to get in a fair amount of heals. As you know, there was a buff on those Acolytes, and you can see how quickly those Acolytes are able to regenerate hit points as one Nerubian Tower now coming online. The Spirit Wolves actually getting blocked constantly. Beautiful micro from Infi as this one Acolyte down to 97 hit points, but still doesn't seem to be in any real danger whatsoever. With that said, the Farseer still wants to try and, punish Infi for his fast tech to tier 2. And if he can shut down one Acolyte while this Necropolis is upgrading, that is a very big deal. Death Knight finally out of mana. Are we going to see death of an Acolyte right there? Farseer trying to use a Scroll of Speed. Is it going to be able to get that right there? A Scroll of Speed, one Acolyte hit, and all is needed as the Farseer ends up getting caught during this time and ends up having to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Fly trying to punish his opponent, pushing pressure onto Infi's main ends up, on the wrong end, and ends up taking a lot of damage, forcing himself to, having to invest in a Scroll of Town Portal. All right, Farseer, just shooting behind the trees here, getting some damage onto those Null Brutes. Tech to tier 2 is nearly done, and we are getting some grunts out onto the battlefield. 21 supply over 31, going up against 20 over 30 by Infi. Infi is training up some Crypt Fiends now, and he will be a little bit behind. He's not going to be able to train up the Lich or Tech to tier 3 immediately. And I think even though Infi didn't kill many Acolytes, he did force some Acolytes off of the gold mine for a little bit of time. One Acolyte was killed, coupled with all of that time just dancing around that haunted gold mine there, and also a little bit of lost mining time coming straight. Um, um, a little bit of lost creeping time, which would have translated into a bit of gold as well. All right, Death Knight looking to finish or looking to perhaps get the last hit. Is the Death Knight going to get the experience? Death Knight now going after the Spirit Wolves instead, able to get some experience right there. Skeletal minions coming in from behind once more. Death Knight taking a lot of damage, down to 245 hit points. Does have a potion of greater healing, as the Death Knight and Farseer are exchanging blows just right outside. Tauren Chieftain is now out onto the battlefield as well, as the Farseer, well, absorbing a lot more damage than he would like, down to 112 hit points, as the Tauren Chieftain is going to come bearing gifts, heal up that Farseer perhaps, and there it goes. All right, little bit of bonus damage. Force Troll Berserker going to back away. Death Knight is nearby, is going to get a Death Coil off onto any of those units, finishing off those skeletal minions to get a little bit of bonus experience. Death Knight still off over here. Are we going to see a stomp? There's a Death Coil onto the Force Troll Berserker, but that's not going to really translate into anything except for a used healing salve charge. Tauren Chieftain having plenty of hit points, acting as the giant roadblock. Farseer just trying to finish off this rock golem right here. He's at 204 hit points and, well, unable to finish it off, as the Lich may get a Frost Nova here. What is going on? Lich is just straight up out onto the battlefield. What is going on here? Tauren Chieftain, there goes a big Frost Nova, finishing off a couple of units. There goes an ensnare onto a Crypt Fiend. So Crypt Fiend's getting traded as a stomp goes down and hits the Death Knight. Death Knight sitting at level 2, a little bit low on hit points. The Lich does not have an Orb of Corruption. No, that's just a Wand of Necromancy, as a stomp now comes back down. All right, that was a big deal indeed, as the Raider is just constantly trying to pad in front of that Death Knight. Death Knight looks like, however, it will be able to get away. Lich being left behind here. Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, we are looking at a quick ensnare, but the Death Knight's movement speed is still just top notch there, as the Raider is constantly trying to block and get in front. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to get in front of that Death Knight there. There goes another ensnare once more. A little bit more damage. Death Knight, is each going to try and throw himself up onto the creeps? That is the question. And the Death Knight, down to 64 hit points, ends up, well, using that Scroll of Town Portal. Trading of Scrolls of Town Portal. Is a Raider going to be able to get off an ensnare on a Crypt Fiend? Yes, it is. That Crypt Fiend actually looking to engage, turn back around. Death Knight could be in trouble. There's a potion of healing. Are we going to see a stomp? Yes, we are, as the Death Knight is in a little bit of trouble once more. Death Knight, is he going to get a Death Coil, perhaps save onto no, does get a Death Coil save onto the Crypt Fiend. I thought perhaps he was going to try and finish off a Raider and get to level 3. All right, there goes a Force Troll Shadow Priest. It's about to get taken down. Wind Riders are now out here onto the battlefield. Death Knight, well, going to get to level 3 right there, and now having access to level 2 Death Coil changes everything. Another Raider could get taken down. One more shot. Death Coil finishing off that running away Raider as well. A little bit of experience was all that was needed for that clutch odd level on that Death Knight. And with that said and done, well, that changed the pacing of that battle, ensuring a couple of easy kills on those fleeing units. As the Tauren Chieftain retreats back and reconsiders whether or not it should have gone for Stomp first or Endurance or a first, well, units are falling back. 41 supply going up against 25. Infi sitting on 25 supply and also only 290 gold. And Infi is extremely behind in terms of supply and gold at this stage, while Fly, well, is in a great spot. Is he going to be able to translate that into a big victory, though? Looking at the items, yeah, there is an Orb of Corruption, but not that one item is not in and of itself enough to really make up for the difference in the overall supply here. Ogre Warriors getting taken out there. Farseer sitting at level 2. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2. That is going up against a level 3 Death Knight, and now almost a level 2 Lich. Skeletal minions getting cleared up here. Well, it is now time to go ahead and, well, try and creep out the map. Lich will get to level 2. This is a rather easy creep camp to clear. Death Knight gonna stay at level 3, finishing off that Null Brute. Tome of Strength picked up. Meanwhile, it looks like Fly is just doing a better job creeping than his opponent. He is now Fly sitting at 49 supplied there. We are looking at a good number of Crypt Fiends getting trained up, or more Crypt Fiends getting trained up. There's only actually one Crypt Fiend out onto the battlefield. I take it back. Where is all of the supply gone? 35 supplies still. Acolytes need to really be doing a lot more work. More Crypt Fiends need to be added, as Infi could, well, end up falling behind even further. Death Knight, what is this? Plus almost plus 8 armor, 11 armor on that Death Knight, as we see a Dark Ranger acting as the third hero. Clearing out some red creep camps here. Fly with that 49 supply. What is he going to do? Is he just going to wait until he gets the right composition of his own units? Getting up to level 3, incredibly important for that Tauren Chieftain. He also has a pendant of mana. 505 mana on a Tauren Chieftain is absolutely scary, and as if it can actually get up to that full mana capacity. All right, 250 mana. About half of the mana on that Tauren Chieftain, it comes from that potion or that pendant of mana. And if he does end up throwing down stomps later on, he could, well, stomp all of these Crypt Fiends to death. 49 supply compared to what I gotta believe is low 40s now, giving, oh no, I'm high mid 40s now, as units are still getting trained up here. A couple obsidian statue or obsidian statue Crypt Fiend getting added. Destroyers, one destroyer. Lich will get up to level 3. Kagar's Gem of Health. Lich is now higher on the board, as where is that Death Knight? Death Knight purposely hanging back. Well, actually picked up a potion of lesser invulnerability during that time. One skeletal minion, just doing a little bit of scouting here. We are getting envenomed spears, as the, well, both sides just playing this creeping game. And is the Tauren Chieftain going to be able to get to level 4? All right, no Crypt Fiends back at home. There is only one Nerubian tower. And, well, with the Wind Riders here, Envenom Spears can represent a large amount of damage. One Acolyte going to get taken out. There's already one Acolyte down here. More Acolytes could get finished off, as we're now looking at pressure inside the main here. All right, Envenom Spears, another Acolyte easily going to get taken down. There they go. One Wind Rider getting trailed behind. Tauren Chieftain does throw down a stomp. And are we going to see any Raiders get lost? Yes, we are. All right. One Grunt apparently not close enough to that Scroll of Town portal. 47 supplied now compared to 61. Training up another Wind Rider right there. Another Grunt could follow up here. Tauren Chieftain is at level 4. Clarity Potion being used, transferring the Pendant of Energy over to the Farseer. So the Clarity Potion gives more mana, as peons are going to get finished off to train up and get an additional Wind Riders. All right, so we are going to be going into low upkeep on Wind Riders here in just a second. There it goes, 54 over 61 supply. Well, taking away a little bit of that advantage. Thank you for the subscription. Definitely helps, as the Wind Riders are now, well, clearing up the remainders of this creep camp. The Pendant of Mana finally transferred over. 500 mana possible on the Tauren Chieftain, as the units are now making their way out across the field. All right, is Fly's Micro on his Wind Riders going to be enough to deal with the Crypt Fiends? And is the Tauren Chieftain going to be able to stun the undead army long enough to allow those Wind Riders to get in large bouts of damage? Farseer has a potion of greater healing. Tauren Chieftain, well, has a giant belt of strength. Big hit points indeed. He's going to be difficult to focus down, as, well, it feels like we're coming up to a major battle here in just a second. 63 supply going up against 47. This is a major supply advantage. Shadowhunter now joining or rounding out the Orc army here. Shadowhunter, is it going to be bringing items? Yes, another healing salve, as the, well, skeletal minions make their way over, and just to do a little bit of scouting. All right, that is actually a lot of skeletal minions. Dark Ranger bringing in a whole bunch of skeletal minions to just try and scout things out here. A couple of peasants could get taken out, and there's the Orc Burrow upgrade. That timing is absolutely key, as those Dark Minions, well, don't really stand a chance. Level 3 on that Dark Ranger, level 2 Black Arrow, and is the Dark Ranger going to be able to silence that Tauren Chieftain enough? That is going to be a key aspect of the game, as the Shadow Hunter wants to, well, perhaps get to Hex or level up Tome of Strength +2 Devotion Aura right there, as we see a little small engagement here. Tauren Chieftain Farseer, what's going on? And wow, that was a complete misstep by Fly, walking into the hands of the Orc army there. Peons now trying to retreat, perhaps not realizing that the undead army was there. Farseer, single mind focus, bringing over a tiny Great Hall, wanting to set up an expansion, only to find that the undead army was already there, causing a bit of problems.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the sub. I'm glad that you could catch me live as well. There is that tiny Great Hall being established now. Burrows, Watchtower should also be added in. The majority of the creep camps, the major easy to establish creep camps, have already been cleared out. Haunting of the gold mine here at that 10 o'clock location. Supply is 62. Fly has to be, well, no, Fly's still sitting at only 50. And are we going to see, oh, there's a Hex onto the Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger could end up getting stomped. There, no stomp, as that stomp would have been key. There's a silence. Tauren Chieftain, I would have thought, would have silenced or stomped just a little bit earlier, preventing that Scroll of Town portal. But no, not the case, as the Tauren Chieftain may be trying to pick up, well, another potion of lesser invulnerability to, well, round out his army. 62 supply army here. Orc Burrow. Well, these peons actually going to return back to work here. One Orc Burrow to try and keep everything up and operational. One Watchtower would be useful as well, as the Wind Rider who got hit with that chilly blast. Well, going to go ahead and retreat here. Where are we going next? Both sides perhaps knowing the importance of expansions. Here, Shadowhunter going to go ahead and instead just attack up the main base. Envenom Spears quickly racking up that damage. There is one Spirit Tower, no Goblin Sappers to take down all of these Ziggurats, as the Wind Riders just getting into position. Undead army coming in from the south now. Lich, Death Knight leading in the charge. True Shot Aura on that Death Knight, adding in bonus damage. Perhaps should be on that Lich. No, Lich has just a plethora of items. Plus 14 damage, and adding in that True Shot Aura, Claws of Attack, Orb of Corruption, working all together there. All right, we're looking at the Farseer now making its way down. Pendant of mana on that Tauren Chieftain, 500 mana indeed. Farseer, well, level 2 Chain Lightning, Healing Wave, Hex. What is going to be going down? They're trying to get into the proper position. Are we buying some more Scrolls of Healing or any other items to round out Scroll of Speed? No Sobi Mask on the Shadowhunter to try and keep that mana full on that Shadowhunter to shut down other units. All right, Spirit Wolf going to quickly scout out, see that the expansion is off over here. Goblin Sappers, perhaps no. Goblin Zeppelin joining in on the fight and now clearing out the bottom left-hand side of the map. No, there is no way to walk here. That was changed on some other maps, but yeah, this one, no way to walk here, as we're going to see a Granite Golem get taken out very easily. All right, gonna go ahead and finish this off. Tome of Agility, Potion of Restoration. That is gonna be a huge item indeed. Who's gonna pick that up? Potion of Restoration on the Farseer, as the Goblin Zeppelin now, well, takes to the skies once more. Healing Salve right there. Oh, this could be bad news. This could be extremely bad news. Goblin Zeppelin, they're going for the same strategy. Did they know about it? Wind Riders could have easily just finished off that Goblin Zeppelin. Oh, that was a difference right there. That Goblin Zeppelin was over nothing. If Fly had just flown in a different direction, he could have taken out the entire undead army, as it was over trees, and that would have been that right there. All right, there in comes the Frost Nova. We are going to have a trading of expansions instead. All right, in comes a Chain Lightning going across all of those units. Tauren Chieftain going to put his foot down. There it goes, stuns down the remaining units, and we are looking at units trying to retreat back once more. There goes the Acolyte. Well, there goes the Spirit Tower, and in comes the Scroll of Town portal. Tauren Chieftain, where are they going to land? Wind Rider's going to back away, but wow, Fly could have had that game right there. A split-second difference. All three heroes could have been lost. Oh, Fly was trying to sneak his army off to the north, and if he had just simply moved along a more typical route, that would have been the game. All right. what is Fly gonna do next? The Great Hall is, well, back to mining. The Haunted Gold Mine is already back to mining as well. Fly actually
Town is
losing a
under
little bit
siege.
out there as the
Players'
Wind Riders
forces are
gonna
under attack.
transition off. Spirit Wolves running through the middle portion of the map. Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, and Shadowhunter all a little bit of experience away from the next odd level. That is absolutely huge. Once more, we're going to see level 5, level 5, no, level 5, level 5, level 3 now. And now we see a blue Drake egg. All right, a blue Drake egg, not a red Drake egg. I
Town
don't
is under
remember the
siege.
difference, to be honest, as we're now going to engage here. All right, the hero level could be the major difference. 75
Players'
supply
forces
coming
are
in from
under
the Orc
attack.
army, going up against the undead 67. That is a major army difference here. Where are the units going to coming in from? Wind Riders going to finish it off. There in comes a Kodo Beast representing a large amount of damage. And here we are. We're going to try and engage. There's a couple of webs. A couple of Wind Riders are already taken down, and in comes the damage. There is that red or blue Drake now. Tauren Chieftain. Did he get a silence off? Get silenced? Yes, he did. Death Knight going to go ahead and retreat. Chain Lightning bouncing around. Dark Ranger gets saved at the last possible
Players' forces
second.
are under
Dark
attack.
Ranger,
A town is
did they
under
get saved?
siege.
No, yeah, Dark Ranger saved at the last possible second, getting a death coil to get healed back up. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, one ghoul gonna get finished off. There it goes. And what is happening here? Level 5, level 5, level 3 going up against the Death Knight. Level 4, level 3 extremely close, as we are going to be healing back up once more. Shadow Hunter, well, 260 mana. What is going down? Potion of Restoration on the Shadow Hunter to try and keep all of the remaining units alive. Sobi Mask now onto the Farseer, as the Farseer has level 3 Spirit Wolves and should really be trying to engage here. Here we are. They're going to go ahead and engage. Tauren Chieftain, there's a quick Hex onto the Death Knight. Death Knight is, it's silence onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain throws down a stomp after using a potion of lesser invulnerability. There's the chain lightning, and the damage is just going to rack back up. Tauren Chieftain has another stomp in him. There it goes again, stunning down multiple units. Wind Riders and the 67 supply going up against, I don't know. Dark Ranger is going to get taken down. There it gets taken out there. Tauren Chieftain still has mana, ready for another stomp, and it looking just for a perfect stomp timing situation. There's that Scroll of Town Portal. He had the stomp. Not quite sure why. The Lich, is it too far away? Yes, it is. Lich is just too far away, and that is the GG. Fly had many opportunities to take that game, does it the hard way, allowing a Goblin Zeppelin holding over 30 supply of units just simply fly by, but still ends up getting the victory in the end. Great game. Great control by Fly, great pacing, and the fact that he was able to clear out those corner island creep camps to pick up the Potion of Restoration and that blue Drake egg, also giving him level 5 on both the Farseer and the Tauren Chieftain, and also level 3 on the Shadow Hunter, gave him that little bit of an edge to take out Infi here on Twisted Meadows. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're on Twitch, stay tuned for more WarCraft 3.